Clean An Everhot 60. Okay, so in this video we're looking at how to clean a Everhot 60. The thing about Everhots is that they have painted fronts, so the front panels are actually painted rather than enamel, as in say an Arga. We can't dip the door liners on these because they're stainless steel, so we can put them in our tank and they come up perfectly clean. We don't have to scrub them, which means we don't have to scratch them. The shelves, they can be stainless steel or aluminium. We just got to look out for that. Be careful of that, and we've also got to be careful of the lid sills because they're very easy to snag. Right. Okay, right. So the first thing we do is have a look at the state of the Everhot we're cleaning, and you can have a look at this one. It's pretty clean actually. It's not that dirty. I've seen some really dirty ones of these. You notice that the top lid is actually scratched. We need to put that out to the customer, because that's being done by somebody going over all the cloth on a regular basis. Lids. Okay, right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the door liners. So it's just a case of undoing these little nuts. You undo them, and then the liners just pull off. And on the newer Everhots, they've actually got the insulation is actually like this. It stays in place, whereas the older Everhots is actually not actually cut to shape properly. Then we take out the shells, and what I'm actually doing here is when I take them out, I'm actually looking to see how heavy they are, because some of these are actually aluminium. I can't remember which ovens they are, but one of the ovens has got aluminium shells in rather than stainless steel. Okay, so we take the square off at the top. You just lever it off. When you take it off, you've got to be really careful. The connections at the back, you see that when I take this off now, there's connections at the back. So just make sure that they're okay. And then I'm looking at how dirty it is around the rim, because what we're going to do is try to get that rim completely clean. Can you see that rim all the way around there? And then I'm just looking at the lid. You can see it's pretty clean. It's still shiny, which is really unusual, so it must be quite a new Everhot, this one. Yeah, so I'm looking at that. Next thing I do is I pick up all my stuff that I've taken out so far, and then take it out to the tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the tank. Here I am next to the van. I'll put this into the tank. You just put it into the tank and just let it go under. Now, as I said, some of these shelves are aluminium, so when you put them in, you've got to test to make sure that they don't react with our solution. So that's why I'm putting each one in. I know that's stainless steel. Now these, it can be quite difficult to tell actually. Well, they are obviously lighter, but when they're all together like this, they look exactly the same. So put them in and check to make sure that there's no reaction. Okay, so the way I clean the top is I use pink stuff on a wet microfiber cloth, and just go up and down until it goes away. So I found this is the best way. You don't really want to use abrasives, although the pink stuff is slightly scratchy. You've got to be careful, but it will do what I'm trying to do here, is get rid of the grease on the top here. We either use pink stuff or Astonish in solution. You can see I've got it in solution there, so I don't want to do it neat. It's got to be with water added to it. And I do the liners as well. So this should be enough to get all the grease off the liners, and you just keep going until it's all off. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking out the bottom of the oven. So these are actually stainless steel. For whatever reason, I think because they've been running the Everhot hot on this one, it's actually gone black. But normally these are shiny. They're stainless steel, and we just dip them and they come up perfectly. This one, I remember I dipped it, so you can see it's pretty black, and even when I dipped it, it didn't become clean. So I think this oven's being really overheated, and it's ingrained the carbon into it's got one of these panels at the bottom. You can take it out and you can dip it, as I said. they are slightly different. I think this one's got holes in the back. There you go. That one's got holes in the back. The other one on the other oven, and then I take it out to the van and put it into the dip tank. Okay, so once we bring all the stuff back in and then we reassemble it. So the liners, you just put them back in. You make sure the insulation is in place properly. As I said, the new insulation is actually cut to size, and you just need to line the holes up, and it all goes together really well. It's a lot easier than doing Argo cookers, for example. When you take the liners off them, it's really difficult to line the screws back up. But on these, it's all really straightforward. You just put the insulation back on the if the insulation has come off, you put it back on the bolts. Then you screw the nuts on. I'm just checking here to make sure that it's fitting properly. We can also replace, when we do these, we can actually replace the sills as well. So if the customer is looking to get the sill replaced as well, we can do that. And here we are at the end, all complete. That is the end of the Everhot. This is Graham Rogers. I'll see you. Goodbye. Thank you.